Hi guys, and welcome back to Tinks Reviews. Today it will all be about the NEWT'S Magical Readathon hosted by G at Bookroast. It's the first time I've ever done one of these. I didn't take part in the Owls in April, I believe, but apparently I can still do the NEWT'S, so it's okay. So I'm just using this year and this month's for NEWT'S as a bit of a tester to see how I do and to see how I like it. I will be doing it with all of you lot, and Jess at Make Me Shakespeare, she has been my little guide through this because she's done it before, so I'm hoping it all goes okay. So she has lovingly sent me a copy of the NEWT'S and the letter, and I've had a read through it, I've had a look through it, and I have decided that I will be doing astronomy because I love anything to do with the sky and space and stars and all that shebang. So the books that I will be reading are here. So in astronomy, apparently I need an A, which is Moon on the cover or anywhere in the title. That book is The Gracekeepers by Kirsty Logan. There is a little moon in the sea there, if you can see it. And to some degree, I've gone through the books that have fitted with this, but also the books that have been on my shelf for quite a while. This has been on my shelf for a while, so I'm looking forward to reading that. So that's The Gracekeepers by Kirsty Logan, and that is the one for Moon on the cover or anywhere in the title. E is word night in the book title or in the series name. Now, I had a look at my shelf and I couldn't really find anyone that was like literally had the word night in it on its own, but what I found was The Bear and the Nightingale by Katherine Arden. Again, this has been on my shelf for quite a while and I can't wait to get into it. So which one was this? With the night on the cover, which is here. So yeah, so I will be reading this one as well as The Gracekeepers. This is part of my thing. Again, I don't know if I'm going to read all these or if I'm going to manage, because I usually only manage about 2 books a month, which isn't a lot, but that's just how I read. So we'll see how it goes. I'll be amazed if I do, so that'll be good. And then the next one is, read a sci-fi book or book with stars on the cover. So, technically, it's 2, because I have got We'll Always Have Paris by Bradbury. There are fireworks on it, there are stars, and it's a sci-fi. So it all links in and it all works. If you don't know me, Bradbury is one of my favourite authors of all time. I absolutely love him, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. Again, it has been on my shelf for quite a while, and I got quite confused because it looks like it's already been read. And it confused me quite a bit, but I found the receipt from Waterstone's Marketplace. I absolutely loved it and I was so sad that it disappeared. I'm hoping that I'll be able to at least get these 2 done, because they are quite thin books, so I might be able to get them done. Well, that probably all get done in a day, and that might be a day or 2. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get it done. And then I've added one on, which Jess from Make Me Shakespeare gave me a little prompt to read it, and I think she said it was either part of Muggle Studies or Ancient Runes. I can't remember, but it's one of them, and she told me to read Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. She has read this recently and she loved it, and it's one of the books that's been on my to be read pile for years and years, and I've never picked it up. So if you know, recently when I went away, I went to Barter Book, managed to get this hardback for £6.60, and I think apparently on the back it should have been something like £20. So, but if you can see, it is so beautiful. So that is the other book that I will be reading. As I say, it's not part of the astronomy, it's part of Ancient Runes or Muggle Studies, but I've added it on anyway because it is quite a thin book, and I'm hoping that that'll get read as well. These are all the books that I plan on reading this month. At the moment, I haven't started any of them, but I plan on starting one of them tonight. I think I might start The Gracekeepers tonight. just because it sounds really good, and I'm looking forward to reading that the most, I think, apart from Bradbury. Again, I don't know how it'll go because I usually tend to read 2 books a month, 3 at a push if I'm getting quite fast at my reading, but that's just how I've always been and how many I've always been able to read, which isn't a lot, but hey ho. I wasn't actually going to post the video or do a TBR because I watched other people's and I thought, oh well, they've done owls and everything and I'll just look a bit, I don't know, not strange. I just guessed that it's because I've not done the owls that it might be a bit weird that I'm doing the N.E.W.T, but then as G said from Bookroast, that it doesn't matter if you've not done the owls or if you just want to do it as a tester. So that is what I am doing this month. I'm just going to go and see how I can do it. And for the people that do all 12, hats off to you, because I wouldn't be able to read that many. As much as I'd love to be able to read that many, I don't actually think that I could. So you do really well, I'll give you that. But it doesn't really matter, I suppose, how many books you read, just so long as you enjoy it and you have a good time and you get to know people, and so forth. So once again, I am very looking forward to N.E.W.T's Magical Readathon. It's the first time I'm doing it and I'm extremely excited. Also, as a side note, if you know about the Travelling Book Journal, that has now got to its first destination, and it's waiting to be filled in, and then it'll be passed on to the next person. So Jess at Make Me Shakespeare currently has it. If you are interested on getting your hands on it and doing your little bit in the book, then do get in touch with her either by her YouTube channel or social media on Instagram and Facebook, I believe she's on. All books mentioned, and I'll put a link down below to G's book tube page, and as well as the video for the N.E.W.T. I've never really spoke to her, but she seems absolutely lovely. I plan on doing I suppose a check-in every day, and then probably make it into a collection of a video at the end of the week, so then you can see my reading pattern and schedule for the weekend, what I've been reading or what I've been getting into. But that is everything for now. I've got to go and check on the cake that is in the oven. If you do want to get in touch, you know where to find me, either on Instagram, Facebook, comment down below, anything, you name it, it's up to you. But have a wonderful rest of the weekend, and happy N.E.W.T, and have a great month for the readathon. And if you've got any questions or you just want to get in touch, then please do, because I'd love to talk about the N.E.W.T and learn a bit more about it. So yeah, have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you next week.